Okay, so we're at the bottom of the graphic now. We already did step 18, making those two. So we go to step 19, and they want you to reselect that shape again, and then add a second fill. So reselect that shape, and then they want you to add a second fill. So we got to go to Appearance, and go here, add a second fill, and they want us to do a gradient. So remember, if you have a second fill, we can select linear gradient. We only need 2 of those colors, and then so the first color would be 80, 80, 80, and then the second color would be 50, 50, 50. Okay, so it's selected in there now. That's the second fill, right? Second fill should be linear gradient. Okay. Okay, so you're on to step 20, which is starting to create the circles and ellipses. So watch this carefully. So what we're going to do is we're going to select the ellipse tool, circle, click on it once, type in 110 by 110 so you'll get a perfect circle. Say OK. They want us to select a linear gradient, and that linear gradient is going to be, hold on 1 second, 25. So we have select the gradient, we get 25, 25, 25. Sorry, first one should be 25. And then the second one should be 50. RGB 50. You can save using swatches too to make your life a lot easier. Okay, 90 degrees, so it'll go from dark to light. And then what they want us to do is to create, so you have that shape, and okay, so you have that shape and we select it, and then we want to go to Object, Path, Offset Path. So this is basically going to create, you put -2 pixels on there, it's going to actually create a second, it's going to duplicate the path and make it -2 pixels from where it was before. If you put 2 pixels greater, it'll be on the outside. And if you hit the preview, you actually see how it's going to create before you actually hit OK. Okay, so you have, when you do that offset path, you actually have 2 shapes. You have an outside shape and an inside shape. So what they're going to do is they want you to select this copy, the one on the inside, not the outside one, just the inside one. And they want you to copy. Now make sure, this is very important, make sure that your view and snap to grid is off. Because if it's on, it's going to make the 2 pixels a lot bigger when you move it. Okay, so select that and we go to copy, paste in front, right, Command F, and then we're going to just move it 2 pixels down. So it should look like that, right? I'm going to go back. If your snap the guy was on, or snap the grid was on, what you would have if you tried to move this 2 pixels down, be 1, 2. That's what it'll look like. If you copy and paste it in front, it'll be 1, 2. It'll be a much bigger kind of crescent. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to make sure our snap to guide grid is off, and we have 1, 2. Right, so we have the outer circle, inner path, and the one we just moved. So then we want to select these 2 paths, 1, 2, not the outside one, just the 2 inside ones. Bring up your Pathfinder tool again. So we've been using this a lot now, so you should get pretty accustomed to how the Pathfinder works. Right, so now we have that shape is in the front, and then they want us to put a linear gradient on that shape. And let me just get the numbers there. Okay, so we want 100. So we need 3 colors for this one. So let's put in the middle. You can type in 50% right here. It'll line it up exactly in the middle. So we need the first shape to be 100. 100, 100, 100. We need the middle color to be 200. And for efficiency's sake, I could have save this into your swatches after you make it. So if you're using the same gradients over and over, you can drag that gradient. Oh, it's here actually. You can drag that gradient into the swatches. So next time we need it, we can just select it. Okay, so that's step 20. Okay, so step 21, we're gonna start making this circle right here, and this circle is going into this big, top space. So you can move your ellipse. If you're moving it, you gotta move it together, right, with all the different pieces. Okay, so step 21 wants us to reselect this circle on the outside, on the inside, and add a second fill to it. So we want to go here and add fill, and then they want us to add a gradient, a radial gradient, and a radial gradient is going to have 50 RGB all the way, and we're going to move this one to 97. Alright, that's the position, and then the last color we'll make that 90. Right, so that's the radial gradient in there. It's a fill. Alright, and then they want us to move. It's going to look like this, but they want us to take that fill and drag it to the bottom. It's going to look like that. Right? It makes a difference where the position of the appearance is. Okay, so then they want you to make sure you have that fill selected. Click on that, and then you want you to go to Effect, and then Path, Offset Path. Okay, and then we're going to add 3 pixels to that offset path. Say OK. Sorry, should be here. Make sure this is selected. Effect, Path, Offset Path, 3 pixels. Okay. If you hit this little arrow, you'll see, the different effects on this particular fill. Okay, so get that gray bar around it. Okay, so then they want you to select your circle, still selected. Okay, and then they want you to add a 2-point stroke. So you put 2 on there. And then you can change the color of that stroke. It's going to be 60 all the way. Okay, color, and then align it to the inside. Okay, and then they want you to add a second stroke. The second new stroke will be down here. This little black one. Make that 1 point, and then also change that color of that stroke to be 25, 25, 25. So I'm still on step 21. And we want to hit the little stroke icon, little stroke thing, and align to the inside. So if you don't see the word inside on here, you click on that little word, and you click on the middle. Okay. And then finally, in step 21, you click on your 110 again. Stroke right here, and then fill, and then you go effect, stylize, drop shadow. Wait, that was a mistake. Actually, don't click anywhere. I'm going to go back a little bit. So I have the one stroke, I'm going to go forward, add a new stroke, redo stroke. Okay, then what you want to do is make sure nothing is selected in here, nothing is highlighted. Click away from the box, down at the bottom in this gray area, because if that's selected, it's going to affect the stroke. Okay, so you click down here. Okay, so I have to go back a few steps to get back to where I was. Okay, so what you want to do is I'm going to go back one step. Okay, I'm going to add the stroke again. 2, had the wrong thing selected. Okay, so I have my stroke with my 1 point and 2 point on the inside, and then make sure you click away from this area. Click on the original 110 pixel circle, and then go to Effect, Stylize, Drop Shadow, and here are the coordinates. You should put it in there, the attributes, and that's the way it should look. Okay, so I'm going to stop there because most of the other elements are really building on this one. You're going to be duplicating a lot of these same elements and building on top of them. So make sure that we have a drop shadow on there. Make sure I actually put the drop shadow in the right spot. Yeah. So the drop shadow. Just looking at my screen. Looks like there's an extra line on there. Okay, so hopefully these tutorials will help you out. This doesn't look like quite right at the bottom here, but I think I went back a couple of steps too many times. I probably made a little error here though, but for the most part, the tricky part about this one is really making sure when you select the areas in this appearance panel and when you don't, it's going to really affect the way this actual final circle is presented. So hopefully these little tutorials helped. I'm not going to go through all the 52 steps. I believe this should help you kind of get you along if you're having problems with it. If you have other questions, let me know. If you're having trouble with other areas, I'll try to go in there and maybe just do some quick videos and on just those certain areas. But hopefully this helped, and hit me up soon. Bye.